97.9 FM Sone Ghana Deshe. Yamamuaha Emamu Akwaba. I have signed your TVXYZ so. Your Parliamentary Kasiebo and a Joe Day October Busuming needed to studio Nubako. Yade Eri Bremwe a free main studios. I want number 37. Abebrese Street Osu Accra Kasiebo na Voter Power so 94.1. Global FM ewo sharp 106.9 Watakrade. And Sroma FM 1 Kram Kwanta Buem ewa Jasika Jenyami Wasampa. Nananom ewa Hafugo so Western Radio. Ewa Ziama Elembele KFM ewa Kpazangligi FM ewa Bole Vinci Radio ni TV wadunkwa onofin Atom Local FM wasasitre High Radio ewa Bichim Radio SM online.com any Apple 68 FM ewa Virginia USA Tuning Power 97.9 Daisy Radio ewa Italy Adamfopa Radio Opare G Life Radio ewa UK OPD Radio so ewa UK my XYZ online.com multi TV digibox neso radio channel XYZ so Kasiebo enam ho Facebook eye Power 979 Power 979 efe TV XYZ Ghana oko Wimpan Sampa Windy FM wo Pusiga Kasiebo enam ho sansusu na oko eye Vivi Mantama me pacho Kasiebo nyina no enam honom nia ebedimu akotimbi eni NDC amanyokwe womra shebedwamu afrensem trofo hia mudi atodwa chese nanu ada the speaker ya no wanfom kwan wanyamfom so bia ntinai NDC womni majority caucus womra shebedwa fie saransusu na Mahama Ayariga achiremu se womude bepim sabre wanyanti gina ebiara ye se Ghana yankoti biatan esi nsama esi wo parliament no eho Penia wotu franka ma PNC amanyokwo ni Yera Bernard Mona na asem ode kodan court ne high court abosem no atoagu na nsensem a esi wo parliament sabre ya no mo Erika se kamia se apotwen bi abeda ho no opani ba kwa waben ewo eye Ghana mrahebegwa na se bibi memu mrahebegwa nsensem no chemse hu behia se Ghana ya mampani ngakufuado obeko no wafre na gina esibi nkomotwetwe bi akoso ewo chiame hene bagbin enefei eye Supreme Court impanifu ntem NDC amanyokwo ni fire no ewo Western North eye mantam no emo wonum dia todwa chese niema bi koso a womutu ho na mode kodamba mbofo di mu a womumfi womkra busumi ayewo menida etoso du anan bepim prempre no Global Info Analytics for asangde hwehwem foforo aba emunchiremu wakasebo imo yebeko gomwa East abatu onpesua no so futu akwa mamanfo ne safi wonhwe se wobeto aba no ediama Yera John Dramani Mahama isam fufuru bika eyinum ho na yede erebremo enawia Parliamentary Kasiebo so our TVXYZ any Power 97.9 FM so na yekai musa ye stream live on Facebook ya Power 979 enyumeku bi wangadaroma na yedi Kasiebo ere ebremo asida enkoma X natural mineral water eyen super papa me pa chope bi nanom oni wabusiafo sabre opramu atoyi no obekọ lunch na de nsu a obenoma FDA for Food and Drug Authority wangaje atum no eno na onuma ebetumi abua mepacho uko meko mo anaso uba yenge jume mu hanom obenya dodo no etu ewo ahanom no wakoton obetumi afre 0596273546 ana 0596273547 saransusu na Roman Ridge Traditional Chinese Clinic omuso mi kan che se honum ene beba aboje eye yen apomodin nsem bomodin nako wa ebia na stroke na irritate wakoma anase wo diabetes CB mipacho ni nyina na obekọ honum akoje ayarahwe won agira kwan won ene India High Commission India bang won anamusi ai won kran mantem ha ena di nimhwe ewo Roman Ridge obetumi afre 054-645-672 054-645-0672 and at 0556-121-863 wamu ye juma Mondays to Fridays 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. namu ye juma Saturdays and Sundays in so 8:30 a.m. to 12 p.m. Yanga yedi Kasiebo erebramo miding de Accra Kofi Dako mene da chima akosia oforiwa amanfo afe Ghana dishma yempe adama dwabintina so na awia Parliamentary Kasiebo mu no yemomu emfa emam ye hyase ade afro my Ghana emrahye bedwafia samu abeda bedwasrada ya o my Ghana tutu ni sere ene abasa eye nanu ada Speaker of Parliament odumonyafo Alban Suma na Kingsford Wagin ene ni ruling ya odi beda emrahye bedwam ya emrahye bedwafo makoma nan wo hyese wo makonya abedam pan no ene ho ensensem eguso ekoso panam so ma enyina nim sem dada se
say Yera Alexander Afenyo Marcus the copy mo ewo Supreme Court ma court say the speaker ye no one sign train ensign yan sensan say mrahye no and 9 one san kwakoto won dwumadie so say mrahye bedwafo ewo mrahye bedwam tane ye kopa no ene na MPP amanyoko no wo mo ani age pa say the speaker ye nam so ma NDC fo e kire say wo mo na bedane majority na de na san tane ama o ma san ko minority bio na no na ka obia ma ndra da ya ye NDC amanyoko no kokko say wo mrahye bedwam wo mo friends sem trofo e de to dwa kire say wo mo kama Ghana fo nyina ti bi se nanu ada the speaker ye na mo wo to ye no wo gina mra so e wo ye wan fa ne pe e na ye ntinai majority kokko se ye kan ne dom dodo wo mrahye bedwam a e ye NDC amanyoko no na the Supreme Court kan ne de enya de a wo de be ye adwuma ne wo kina esan epi so Dr. Kessler Atoforsen wono e na woda dom dodo na no e wo mrahye bedwafe ye NDC amanyoko no emo e wo gina simpie so e de nsam yi eto dwa ye ntie se de ne nsam no esifa ekoye.
A member of Parliament shall vacate his seat in Parliament. J says that if he leaves the party of which he was a member at the time of his elections to Parliament to join another party or seek to remain in Parliament as an independent member. H reads, if he was elected as a member of Parliament as an independent candidate and joins a political party. Order 18 of the Standing Orders of Parliament mandatory places sole responsibility on the Speaker to communicate vacancy of the seat in Parliament. I also cited the Saturday 7th November 2020 precedent where a similar fact occurred, coincidentally involving the same Honorable Andrew Esiama Amwakon. The then NPP Member of Parliament had gone to file his nominations for the December 2020 parliamentary elections as an independent candidate. Based on those facts, Honorable Andrew Esiama Amwakon's party, the New Patriotic Party, the NPP, wrote to the then Speaker, Professor Reverend Mike Aaron Okwe, to communicate those facts. In that communication to the Speaker, the NPP indicated that Honorable Andrew Esiama Amwakon had forfeited his membership of the New Patriotic Party. This led to his immediate removal from the Parliament by Right Honorable Professor Reverend Mike Aaron Okwe. On Tuesday, 17th October 2024, the Speaker responded to the statement and agreed that the facts contained in the statement were indeed true. This is because the notice of pool issued by the Electoral Commission of Ghana in respect of those constituencies confirmed that the said individuals had indeed engaged in the conduct alleged in my statement. On the basis of this fact, not being in dispute, Mr. Speaker proceeded to evaluate the circumstances and decided that their conduct breached Article 97(1)(g) and H. The effect of the Speaker's declaration is that currently we no longer have an independent member of Parliament. The NPP has 135 members of Parliament only. The NDC has 136 members of Parliament, and there is no second Deputy Speaker of Parliament. This effectively alters the configuration of the 8th Parliament significantly. The NPP group in Parliament are now the minority caucus as defined by the relevant sections of Order 6 of the Standing Orders of Parliament. Honourable colleagues, the NDC MPs in Parliament now constitute the majority caucus in line with the Standing Orders of Ghana's Parliament.
Way and someone when you for Kessler Atoforsen edit to dra was say o share the Speaker ye no Article 97 clause 1J a BSc pen yera Professor Aaron Michael Kwe na pen so ene yera Andrews Amwakon ogina sa emra weso ema na kwagya no bedam pan afei ba ne san ena adru ya pen so na ye bibi etesa ebi musi ye nte ye ho ase wo se wo ka to dra kire Ghana fo nyina se komra hye medwam a MPP fo no wo mo ye 135 ena NDC 136 enti ye ka majority ewo mrashebedwam dia wo any NDC amanyoko no na enwachi no wachire say ya NDC amanyoko na beye majority ewo mrashebedwafie no eto ahodo bia MPP di kum Ghana for e-levy tax enwachi nwusie to betting tax na sefo ni nyina no wo behwe na wo mo atwam.
We are fortified that the proceedings of Parliament shall not be impeached or questioned in any court or placed out of Parliament. Any interference with the business of Parliament is unlawful, unacceptable, and shall be resisted. We have never hidden our position that we are in Parliament for the ordinary people of Ghana. It is indeed true that we will use our new majority numbers to benefit Ghanaians by introducing private members' bill to remove the e-levy and to reduce the suffering of the people of Ghana. It is also true that we will use our new majority to remove the betting tax and other nuisance taxes. Already, this NPP government has made Ghana a high tax regime and that it is affecting the survival of businesses and the people of Ghana. We assure you that we will use our new majority to protect businesses and the people of Ghana as we have always maintained. We are confident that the Right Honourable Speaker has acted fairly, firmly and lawfully in a matter that is perfectly within his province.
Way any semwa Dr. Kesalato Forsen editu ja wano any dom dodo no ba no dani enwo maimo mrashebedwafie nti e-levy any betting tax ni nyina nenya wo mabe majority dom dodo ewo mrashebedwafie no wo mo ebe movie eye private member bill na motion na omahwe na ni manim ya wo mo ayi afri ho.
Kasiebo esan ye live our Rich FM 98.7 ewo mfifi mantem yentua so na yenko yenganim. Nsem kroya mu ena Boku Central Mrashebegoni Mahama Yariga edi nsem atugwa chirim se NDC fo a won ewo parliament bepim sabre wode wanyanti mpo se eye Ghana yenko te biatang Supreme Court esi ginai bi ewo won nsem no mu emu na ne woni ma ni se senia eye chiame hene Alban suma na Kingsford Gbagben esi ginai ena no enunkutu ena wonim wisdom head jome aka nsemi esisi ni odi mu amanebo erebre
na omwani ebedi ne ebekoso ewo mrashebedwamu edachina esanse ewo mu se Supreme Court ahye se ne speaker ahye no mema ne nya adwuma na emomu no NDC majority se wonte ase onyanyamfo Mahama Ayariga eye mrashebedwani ema won a wo Boku Central osanso eye mranim ni wo kire mu se mra bia ni ho ye kire se ne speaker aka no entumi enya adwuma.
What we know is that under Article 2 of the Constitution and Article 130 of the Constitution, the Supreme Court has jurisdiction to make a declaration as to whether or not an act is consistent or inconsistent with a provision of the Constitution. But to suspend a decision of Parliament or a directive of the Speaker in Parliament, we are not aware of the legal basis of a conduct like that. Be that as it may, we as parliamentarians act on the basis of communication coming to us from the Speaker.
Aban kasamafo ewo amambuo ho nsem ho Bagrade Boache dankwa ekiremu se ne etebia no MPP for bekwa kwatena eye bia ya majority for etna.
I have a question and then I have an answer as well to the question. In this country, we don't run parliamentary supremacy. Neither does Parliament withhold all the rights. What we run is constitutional supremacy in this country. And so really, for me, what would take place on Tuesday is that the majority in Parliament, led by the majority leader, the Honorable Afenyo Makin, will lead the side of the House to sit at the majority side, whilst the minority, led by Ato Forsen, will sit at the minority side. See, in this country, not a parliamentary supremacy.
We ena Kwame Agboja Gavins ekiremu se di BF frya wenya no 1 to 2 na jeje mu nemum no ochina won so kwa kwatena be majority bet na nemum no se obi nim se osanso de mrahye bedwemu bedane biaya asrafo beba abedi nyamransem dia won tu ohofo.
We are aware that between yesterday and today
government, some elements of government have had a meeting again to deploy the military to the precincts of Parliament to enter the tent. We are aware of that. We can just ask those around the Accra Sports Stadium that at a point in time tomorrow, they repeat the same misconduct. We can guarantee them the people of this country are sovereign. If you wear a military uniform or police uniform, you work to the Constitution. But they should be aware that the life of this government is less than 2 months. They will have to account for their conduct in 2020 and whatever they do tomorrow.
Wasansem Koya Mono Yanko Ahamane so na yene Dr. Jonathan Asante Ochre oye political science lecturer ewo UCC opane utimi kami mwaha emwakwaba ha TVXYZ any power opromoto break Kasiebo isu nia esi wo mrase begwem nia mprempren dom dodo wongaka enefe nia aban mu mpanyimfo nso aka Twitter huro mpanyimfo aka no wo se obi a waben wo amanyosem no hu ni den. Dr. Jonathan Asante Ochre na hamano ejina mu atuntum bia begina so ye bebo ye homoden se ensa betumi aka no na ye ngahwe ye bisa na Asante nsemi se ne abai no yenim ochina ne ebesi esante ye ngahu tweet ahoro bi te se oru aga bi esare Ochre da ko atwete enefe ni aban mu panyefo erika ena mprempren majority fo a wonwo parliament NDC fo nso won aka NMPP funsu se wo so wo mpene enti yefi hanu mahifa na yebeko aso omang no yebeko ni den enefe yebeka ya ansa na yebeko akoto aba wo Ghana mrahye begwem bra yeto aba wie in 2020 ye pechi amehene no enu nso yehuni esiye enti ni esi nyina echi no bra yeriko yenim eni nia erisim prempren no den ena ewo se omang Ghana yeye mrahye begwa enefe court biata Supreme Court no so no ifa ni yanko won ena won nimdi was ansemi monti yansa kanwa yene no ebetwetwe inkomo ede afahoni ahwa na mon a Ghana se oman yebetumi etu ede afahon ensem kroya mu nsuso no wo bambo mu nsam mu nsuso no senior medi kaka yeto aba wie in 2020 no ekoba isa yeri to aba apa ochi amehini wo Ghana mrahye begwem no mrahye begwafo nankasa twere ankasa no woto ye ewo honom ai no nso basabaya masrafo kopue mu ewo honom enti bambo mu nsam mu nsuso no eno nso deng na yebetumi esua ewo saa nsam no mu yebetumi eto anamon fufuru bi ananso se ne esi after 2020 elections no eno ena ebekoso esi ana yenko ahamane so na yene opening Richard Kumado enko twetwe inkomo oyobi a waben ewo bambo mu nsam ye pa Richard ye mo ha mo wakwa ba ne esi wo parliament mprempren no ochina senior majority fo prempren NDC fo Erika se wobekwa akotina majority side na NPP fo nso a won aye minority won so se wobekwa akotina majority side no security wise then e was oman Ghana e was yeye. Hello Richard. Yabo ye homoden say ye sabeka Richard Kumado so na ye no atwetwe nkomo oyobi a waben e wo bambo mu nsam o ye security and fraud experts e wo ye mamu ye ne betwetwe nkomo no ma ya adwenkyere ne wo se omanga na ye na enkoba se ne esi ye in 2020 abatu na chi no ebi erinkosi biom e wo Ghana mrahye begwem panyufu benu yi ye nsaka wo mu biara brepem no ye ne won e betua enkomo twetwe no eso e wo san nsam esanse se ne abai no e ya de se ne mamu aye etare ye papa nti ye boy homade yansa kan nipa mu banu wo mu ba ko biara ye ne no ebekasa
yeso so na yakọ yenim na pani a wono etu franka dema PNC amanyoko no yewra Bernard Mona nipa hodo makoma be du ba ko a Aboto Commission Electoral Commission disqualify wom ewo presidential race mo no na yewra Bernard Mona eka ho ekoba asa no wose wonte ne ho ase wode na asem ekodan high court say court emrabu be san say kwanya Electoral Commission no efa so eyi no efri mu no okiremu a etia mra kotu mra ndodo no a kire se da bida amfa kwan paso entiadimani mi ya wose ye court no hye na Electoral Commission san de wono Bernard Mona hye presidential slot no so na fi womafo eto no so aba na so ne high court won kran efra asem ne kwa wie kire won fanto a won fansi ha wabo yewra Bernard Mona asem na guba bi kura ya kyese akwakwa ye ohaw kase na bre ya court kwa asetina ewie ye no wonya bre ene TVXYZ edin komo.
What my lawyer has just said is testimony that the government of our issue was not looked at by the judge. We came to court on Exhibit 4. We only drew attention that Exhibit 2, which was written on the 13th, indicating the specific pages that the Electoral Commission claimed were incomplete particulars of our supporters. When the Electoral Commission drew our attention to those specific pages, we corrected them and resubmitted same. Our General Secretary is here. He submitted it. What is in contention is that Exhibit 4 came from the Electoral Commission indicating that we are disqualified on the basis of the detection of several errors and omissions. As a journalist, what is your definition of several errors and omissions? What is the type of error are they talking about? Is it data entry error? Is it error of composition, error of commission, or error of transposition? What is the type of error were they talking about in that? And how come that those errors were not brought to us? Now, if you run to court and you are talking about look-alike signatures, look-alike signatures cannot be several errors. They are defined.
It's way yera Bernard Mona and Adishmama Yatin and some yo Musa Breya and some Sha Sebo by Electoral Commission Fred one say errors are who abba one more forms ni emo one more beji omo correcti bibia kwesi bibia kama esa de kwa ya fed ya ban say and about commission say the errors ben kra no waka ho asem signatures ahodo bi asese no ya friend errors na wo kire mu a wo dwene ho a wonti ase kra enti ene make say ene court anya abona asem no aguba bi nti ye hwe ni mo sese anamon a PNC amanyoko no wo mu betu ede afa ho
Yantua Kasiebo no so yansan yangachi yanko na yani ora Richard Kumado enko twetwe nkomo Richard yamo hamo akwa ba ha TVXYZ any power Parliamentary Kasiebo so na nia ye pese yehu eni se nsem a erikoso wo Ghana mrahye begwem na majority NDC fu si nyankropon adom ochena wobekwa kwotena majority side NPP fu a womo minority nso se wompene esanse Supreme Court jeremu se gina ya chiamehini esi wo Ghana mrahye begwem no enya de se wojetuma eyeye no bambo mu nsem no den na wose omanga na yeye esante yeto abawie 2020 no yeto abase yeri epaw chiamehene no ko base ntokwa okosi ye ewo honom wabi wo bambo mu nsem den na wose omanga no yeye
Parliament were guys to be from the Marshal. Many guys are in charge of security and safety of parliamentarians and in the building as a whole. And Mijidi said when Parliament convey Speaker Benya opportunity, now I make a comment and now I'm ruling as to what will happen in Parliament from tomorrow going. And Obia Tonybo say Omodu Parliament or Tran. Now Speaker Money ruling whatever happened, they will deal with it. Other than that, whatever happened in Parliament remains in Parliament. Parliament issues, it doesn't come out and it doesn't reflect, it doesn't create any problem for anybody in terms of physicality and answer bibisa. Lucky say your Parliament, quiet because of the nature of persons or more Parliament. But other countries say umutimi bu nkonyana amafo fight ni gidigidi ni ye kunya shobi na eja ekofa moja semining so many things. But in our case so far the parliamentary proceedings yanya any of those violent nature of crashes via discussions, agreements and disagreements. And to me this a chance to hear the same thing. Seba people shouldering order in Parliament. I say it is all part of the work of Parliament and it is all part of what they do. But Mijidi said once the speaker speak, it will bring calm and it will bring peace to the parliamentarians.
Nientia yeribisa sasemi use ediasumdwe enefe kom yebeba Ghana mrahye begwem. This is a political party and MPP for omo de nsemi akodan Supreme Court and Supreme Court say speaker and reversing the decision I'll make here no. Usansu kai say Ghana yamra she begwadi basabasa ntida bribia ye bese nkwa bra ye to aba apaw eye chame hene no ye hu se ntokwa nkase siyama mra she begwafo mpo won atare ne bia titi ubi nia eribu baba eye pimako afiwe abato no mu no uje di say the opposition betina holding say speaker kasa say bia say ne senti obedi ma ruling party nsu say wo ma ho kwan no uje di say sa kom ye no na say calmness no betumi aba.
No, yanka issues about substantial issue in every court by no. But one of the lines every court by say one can say issue reverse, it's issue suspending. And suspension in reverse, yeah, different thing. And Nina Kahuna, Mr. Speaker Benya opportunity to make a determination. Because about Parliament, Speaker is the Commander-in-Chief of Parliament. No. And all the rules of Parliament one is them. Some ruling and you disagree, there are other remedies you can take care of. Now, I was hearing rumor. Is it rumor? I was hearing say people can say you military cover. Unless he said we want a military takeover and now say coup d'etat, then you can send a military because other day now military for call say the voting for speakership never and say military for quite bisa who say then are they going to arrest the speaker? Are they going to stop the speaker from speaking? Are they going to stop the parliamentarians from sitting down? Are they going to stop the parliamentarians from the table? When you do any of these things, it's an affront to the constitution and it is tantamount to coup d'etat. They are not Eduma planning said there will be a military takeover. That one I don't know, and I have no idea. But it's about what happens in Parliament and parliamentary procedure or Speaker of Parliament Abagbazi will have the opportunity to address parliamentarians and set the rules going forward.
Richard Yadasipi on the young Atritrin Como Richard Commodore, a security and a fraud expert. On Moti say no Eritrin Como, Ewonia, Esi, Ghana Rashe Begwim, no Yantua Kasiebo, so in Sam Creamono, and Africa Center for Parliamentary Affairs for the Ofre, Ako Amam Peninga Kufado, send him Miano. On Fre, a Chami Hene Ghana Rashe Begwen, Supreme Court in Penifo, and in Rashe Begwafunina, and Penifona, what did I know, a NDC in MP for Senebea. Over to me, and Yankunwesi, I was asking who Senebea. Na enkofa oye na bi mfa mreye e wo maimo ese pofon sama wode atugwan wo chirem se wogedi ye papa so mampanyinga kufado etusa na mo ya ye betimi nya sanseme ano epuma sebre ewom
yo yatwaso na yakwako piemu ewo sehwioso na pania wono ene ye regional secretary dema NDC amanyoko no ewo Western North Mantam no emo ye ra George Oforidan kwa na one my friends some trofo nhemu edensem ahodo atodwa wone party executives ahodo a wo Mantam no emo na wonsem wo kan nyina no wakyekere sobo ne se otwe hunwi de abo eye bambofo yi a wo ewo sehwioso ne mpo Western North se wo hwe basabasa bia na amma ne homne so ewo Mantam no emu ayade ne enyan pa wo kire senkrofo bi a wo ye MPP gurus ene obehu ano mama homne so na kire se parliamentary candidate wo gina mo ediama NDC amanyoko no wonpotam wo mutimi koto sha no so ma kire se basabasa yanko a ene ekoso wo mkoka yesi yenka wo se wen etwa sabonne ato ho ediama yen ewafi abato yentie yewrai ensem wo de tu edwane bia
na yehwema police fo no our region, Omoni enemy. Saint Tini said, Oba Sefi, your swat. And I had children. A conference youth organizer. Or the Israel Capata. And before no Abunoma, Nenikra, Empire. Ye quiet police report. Menamo Casino and Sembia Ama, police for anti action here. Sounds sooner. Your parliamentary candidate was serious. Many of the fee then after. A month for a tries and common public. Ewo Nuku Mayas and Wap. I want to two or two. And I've been moving in say your party members know people them near my TVs, near my near my and stores, you know, to two or two. Your work picture evidence. Any travel bar to 2 years a big one. The Koya report. Many more cases is here. Chief police for NT will be a Yentin once in here. asɛm na ɛnkɔ court nanso
Yera George Oforidankwa wono ene ye chọchọfọ edema NDC amanyoko no ewo Western North Mantam no emu.
Yɛbɛsan akwa hama no so na yɛne ɛyɛ Jonathan Asante Ochre ɔyɛ lecturer political science lecturer ɛwɔ UCC ɛwɔ Mfifi Mantam ɔpani yɛ mu akwa aba ne esi wɔ parliament amanyo sem kwanso na fe amamu kwanso no anamon beng ene wo se oman Ghana yetu politically NDC ni MPP. Dr. Jonathan Asante Ochre, dog, fetch me, dog.
That's a podcast. I'm saying, I didn't know, in fact, we've seen speaker with me, say certain things, at least to ensure that there is that so back here. You were speaker, it's a key decision in the parliament. We are not two crimes or four.
Yeah.
No, but I know your wife, Adane, my M said, you minority X, or personal can in the back. Why, I understand. No more warning your wife says nothing should not happen again. So it is possible that the speaker may decide to say, okay, to avoid unnecessary, well, I'll go by that stay of execution and wait and see what will happen. With that, it will be a win-win situation. But if it is a matter, say, which the situation call for, and the way the Supreme Court has become like a political tool in the hands of the current government, then it means that there could possibly be a political showdown. What happened before our parliamentary is taking over under the speakership of Parliamentary.
Okay. Dog, yada CP say udin chiremui ama Dr. Jonathan Asante Ochre, a political science lecturer, ewo UCC, ewo Mfimfi Mantam Emmo. Ninyina ye nsema esi wo Ghana mrahye na ye ne no akotwetwe ho enkomo no ye begina eyiso akoje yen abuafo nkrato twen yen ye beba sisi ansempi wachi a ye de bema ho. Eneje di Kasiebo nso beba wakwanso. Yada masisa matren higher TVXYZ and power 97.9 FM or promoter break Kasiebo no eso yentu asonko yengenim. Aka kuma bi na yanga koto aba ewo afimu opanyima busumi ni da beto so esong. Na eya busumi biara global info analytics for watadi amane bo eba nipa already kan ewo won hwehwemu a woreye eya busumi biara. Na obusumi a yewo mi October busumi ni da to so do anango bepim 19th no 14th to 19th no. Won hwehwemu a won aye a aba echirim se owura John Dramani Mahama a oye Frankatuni mapa edima National Democratic Congress ndisa manyoko no won hwehwemu a wan aye obusumi mu no still ono oguso a already kan Ghana fo achirim se wobeto aba no edi ama no ewo afimu yi emu Global Info Analytics for hwehwemu a wode aba no wochim so mampanin John Dramani Mahama egusu kra ohamu ntichem eduonum baako echire Paul baako so eye 51.1% na nipa ota na echipe anase oni no na kamia so person opre ne hu kakra bi eye bibi ne ehwe eye omampanyin abedi echire di mayemprempren Niding edi Dr. Mahmoud Baumia owo hamu chichem eduanan echiripaw esia eye 40.6% eye Global Info Analytics for ede aba won hwehwemu biom na won aka no chirem se owura Alan John Kwejo Chiramanteng oni Nana Kwame Bediakun aka Cheda nipa benoyi obakun onya hamu chichem ebien echiripaw hwe eye 2.0% ene fei bakun so nya hamu chichem esia echiripaw enum eye 5.6.5% wamo ede aba 9 kai no so de ni aka no wan ache eguso Global Info Analytics for chirem se won hwehwemu yi no eyade se ofrefro manfo e wotetefon so no obisa won ti se bia akora miti hei wofre me na obisa mse akora ko fida kwen abato ayere babeto no hina na obeto aba no de ama no so meto ama John Dramani Mahama parliamentary candidate o mise meto ama NDC ni sa pepepe na won hwehwemu no a won aye no wode abeto monten so wo chirem se uko baabi ti se santimantema John Dramani Mahama abone humodin ye papa ena efei mantema foforo aka no yade se ogusu a okonanim ewo honom enti wogusu a chirem se won hwehwemu a wodi kan di bai no bibia edi adanse se you ye beto aba no ebewie afiwei opanima bosomen ni da beto so esong no Yera John Dramani Mahama yato aba no wapoki kraw na se MPP funi Baumia obeda fema obewo na nsa wo muntimi nya ho hwe enti edengara owura John Dramani Mahama obedikan na Baumia ewiase dia na sitia no obekwa kofa no baabi odebeko na Yera John Dramani Mahama ba bedia de no aye nhihye mapa maganafo eniema bekonkan ede amayen
Yeko yenimna yakopiemu ewo gomwa istabato empesua no eso enkane pania na wo premra hwemedwa kwanya no ediama NDC amanyoko no ewo gomwa istabato empesua no so eyorumanyamfo Emmanuel Apo Mensa wode adesradiato omanfo yi a wo mu ewo gomwa istadim se afi wo kwakoto aba na won kan hunu se Yera John Dramani Mahama onunkuto eno betimi abeboa ede empuntuo aba empesua no eso afi mra hwemedwa ni a wo san aprebio ediama NDC amanyoko Dr. Desmond de Graft kwesi petu wamsa entwa ne subio wode sansam wanyina tudwa abreya na wo paw ne nwoma watu ni din se leading with impact ho entoma ewo gomwa East abato empesua no so ye hwese yensa ebeka Yera no ene no ede amam na ewo dwumadie no ase no nana yi akwei wono ene ye ankobia hene ewo gomwa nyanya no wono so ede adesrade eto empanifo no anim se won hwese empuntu obetimi abampotam won emponso no nyanya no senior technical school no won hwese honso ba beboa apagya school nim na enwoma hia timi agyina ne naso
Yebetu Kasiebo no so na yanga ko insemfofro emu na mrahye begwani ma adehia won ewo Bolgatanga Central eyowura Isaac Adongo odinsem bi atugwa echirem se ni potem ho no efi adokro ho no mo na mense no kropon a ewo ho eye won adwuma se wo ye no won atwi won ani anyade se wori tu ho na mo biara nti na nkasa yi ni kotukum sika bet 70,000 Ghana cedis e de aboa se ni potem ho no won hwe se wo betimi ayensiesie se na be ya ho no mo nyina betimi atew omanfo be kai aban we bae omampanyin akufa do kan se impo enkran obema nkran atew ewo bibi mamu nyina nso wontumi anye sa Ghana fa nyina ukọ Ghana babia bia ebon kankankankankan o mampanyin akufado ne MPP fo ntimi mo wo ho modern kra nti yi na nam so nti a eye ora Isaac Adongo timi etu sa na mo nse na be ya omanfo enema betumi akonkan na wobra okopue mu ewo Zara Mpotem ai honom kwa na woye ewo honom a one yen amane boni eye Idris Atongo eretwetwe nkomo opani kirem se be ya ne manfo wobanya apomudi mapa na efi enkofa yarebi emfa mra wonti enotu sa na mo no.
We have a member of parliament who has us at heart. And we are not looking at somebody who will go to parliament and be thinking of he himself alone. So my appeal to my colleagues here that he is on our aid to see to it that livelihoods should be somehow better for us. And so my appeal to them is that we should be looking at somebody who thinks that he shouldn't eat alone, but he has brothers and sisters who are also having stomachs and looking for something to fear.
This is not the first time Honorable Isaac Adongo has given us such a support. He did it some years back, and we call on him again, and he's here to support. As you can see, the excavator is right behind me doing the work. So I think the entire community, they are very happy. They say anybody who gives water gives life. And the water is not for the farming alone. That is where we fetch our animal drink, we fetch to construct our rooms and so on. So I think I want to appeal to all the communities that is benefiting from this project that Isaac Adongo has not turned his back on us. So what he has done for us today and in the past, they should remember him come 7th December.
Obebo mining na yese bebo bro no kwa no so. Say ado ye do ha. Nsuo ni so ni ho ayentimi no. Nsuo ni na mayenya hode edo ahonwo kuromani obiaba odo a onya ne nsa no adwane udomo
eye kwafo a won ewo eye Zare Mpotem anwo Bolgataga Central enwechi na Isaac Adongo chirem se niema nkoso ye ewo Mpotem onyina no yemfa so bo no emmo mensi kropon aban esanse won ene won anya won adwuma ye.
A lot of projects on the ground, and most of the people who execute the projects that I try to use my common fund to facilitate are people who are resource enough to do them, and we hope that no matter what they do, the projects will be executed, except that for most of those projects, you want them to be awarded and gone through the right procurement process so that payment doesn't become a problem. But where I find it difficult to access the funds, I make funds available myself to fund it from my pocket. You would have noticed that in the last few days, I've embarked on an aggressive exercise to clean the whole city, and I've so far spent about 70,000 just to clear the city of filth, a responsibility the Base Assembly has refused to perform. And those are coming from my personal resources, and I do.
Honorable Isaac Adongo Mrashe Begweni Emadeshia Wong Ewa Bolgatanga Central Mami Fasida Enkoma Solak Natural Clinic mi pacho wa hododo be ko honoma koje ayarehwe sankse kidney hu sensem wo be bua ye papa liver hu sem obia na se berema wo hu ayedinga mawo anase utina sika kra behwe na unanga ho na pacho bo modern na hwehwe Solak Natural Clinic fo won echira kwan ubetumi afre won ewo 0553 932 631 0553 932 wasanye lab test ahuru nyina bi enti ubetimi akohonom na wakoje ayarehwe mapa ofo yenge drusu eye nigedi Kasiebo lovely Monday enti ya edubia PS atenase na nksana mema no akwaba no mami kinka mo adwenkyere ne bi tew sima ba ko pentem na femi nko ya enchen Black Tiger uso hwe ya life Black lovely afternoon en comment ns da kon usi akra Kasiebo ne koye enefe ani Ednam uso hwe ya every tema uso hwe Chief Driver Paul uso so hwe ya every atadika ewa Shama Mpotem lovely afternoon Umar Ibrahim uso hwe ya Crespo uso hwe ya na Kasiebo no se na tibia no NPP for the Wabeko opposition midashe enefe Shama ba Edna Benya unsu say uhwe yan life yadam wasipi ya edubia lovely PSA atena se enegedi Kasiebo na utwe wiesi ni nyina no waboabu ani nyina no lovely
yeah to
yanko yanim
akwaya kwa anim ani yereko eye tutu ekuapem na eho na wotwe etwa mu yi eye omanfo ne ahemfo ewo ho no wo se wo beye eyikese na wo de akai eye ohene bi a onya ne ba bi ko na moma yenkwohwe sa infoni Weye amane ene amamre a ekoso ewo ekrape kro a etoso enum ewo ekrape popo no so ahemfo ni omanfo a ewo ho eye eyi kese e de pawo eye nana boafo esiedu a otoso ebien ohene ana owo tutu ho echi kra wa bakwasemu no na eye bra ewo se anka tutuman no edidi won ohum afahye na mom wode ye eye eyi kese edema eye nana boafo esiedu a otoso ebien seba ekwiapem abakwasem ene oman yimu abakwasem a opehene baako a odimu akotene eye ochiame esiedu eka abakwasem fa eye saa ohini ho na efei ochire botan nti a woye saa eyi kesi
oyobia okwiapeman se nipani bi hwe neso wode bia won nema anka metuma kaso obenyin ache ana won nema na wotote ebe edikanfo na hihye se betumi a ohina udi na ade no aya bomodin na kai no na kai a wo kai no en wo ye ne ayi kese enti na appearance a otusia nan one nananum eni tutuman eye ebia na brade ebusia no wo ye se efe na bregu je kese no wo ye se ohumu bre no wode ya ebeyi sabre no ena tutufu a ewo miai no waya wa so ore bafie
erade safohene eye doctor efua asabia esaria odikan ono nso e de afutu koma emmea se wo behwe won husu ye
wo se de insa enu adwuma no enti no enti na mi se impuntu ye de impuntu dwuma reba ye beye ye ho ye behwe saa asem no ho asem aka ne aye se na wo benya nwuma ye na wo adwen kokokoko saa niema ne so na mmerima na mo ne nam ho na mmea nkete ne zo mo ye won saa no mo nyina mo nim sa ade amo ye na enye mi na mi ko school ena mabedu baby a medui amitimide moani biboa me man se mu jai me ane hawo na mo ma won ko school ana wo suansa no djuma ni ade a wo de beba beboa ya wo yi ye djuma o de boa wo
eye krom ho mma a na eye won ahoahoa se saa djumadi e ko so no so e de sansemi etugwa na efei wo de adesrede etu mpanfo anim se wo be ye won kwan eye wan we kwan no e de ama won
djumadi e na ye din no me ami hu se me hu bi da ba fi djuma na yi na ye me hu sa ye fe ba nti ye stress ne ye hia bia wo krom ya no me je di se afi ye besimu ye nsa beka ne ye hwe bia me ba krom ya 26 years nya me ba krom ya me hu bi sa da nanso afi do nga hihye ni nyina fiti kwasida Joda benada bebe minne why bibia my fefe enti me das organizers no that's pa say won atum aka yen abo na yen nyina ya ye bibia na ye fefe
to treasures wotumi ye se na e na ohene nso no wo betuma so ya no nti ampa ama me hu say for the first time you aso tutu hene nti no eno no nso no akoye history e de amaye nti afi de no me hu ni say aye papa prekope me hu ni say ayi no atre ye nchirima no adi bebre
ochiame ekufu ejina ekwiapema hemfo anan mu ebo san mmran yi
eye abutachi edi esamrampo denjira seki akomia nananum wo ma demiri fedwi nanabo afo esiedu amano krom esukitu esi agware you wo ma demiri fedwi manfe kwajo toku ni abew wo ma demiri fedwi nanabo afo esiedu wo ma demiri fedwi latte ekrubi amenu ase ehye hamafufu wo ma demiri fedwi nanabo afo esiedu ekropo kwapeduam esuno di me obuafo ne okomafo a odan wo ntumi dantia o ma demiri fedui
Yo intina near course ewo tutu ekuapem na moko ekohu no wo ohum no ene eyi kese no na moko hwe no na akra ohu se eye osofo salifo amoako na say ne ho se baba abegun tentan ni so bebre na enura eye ne ba car na odebo aye amiawe benu na wo wi no you as also accident enye eye accident enye tuo na ne ba ne toto we accident inti mo am kan nsem bebre no na ma hwe na ma brass kakra mo men ko hwe ne o kan ba.
It is an accident. It is an accident. My son did not carry a gun to kill somebody. But I teach you how to police you. You involve yourself in a terrible accident.
Jona eno echi na eye osofo a wo frɛ no obofo ekɔ ne kotodwa anim epa akyɛw Ghana fo akyɛw se ye pamkyɛw enfom so a abai yesrɛ mo munsusu won twe papa yi justice ne de mubenya na emum sɛ ne ambotwe ne basa ne de yesrɛ mo sɛ muntwa so
ya no nyina no bia ya no nuru hɔ bɛ ye de akyɛw pa ne di ɔno ne de na akyi yesrɛ abusua abufuo bia ne ya obɛhyɛ anya sam keto sɛ ubɛlusu ɛpa sɔfo salifo bu pa kyɛw no obu nkotodwe ntimi soma bu kotodwe yesrɛ o my Ghana bia fancha papa no onye ni papa ni enna sɛ de ye sinim no oye obi a okura nkyerɛkyerɛ nti ɛyɛ sign ɛna sign o kasa sɔfo nyina nka bi ma no ɛbrɛ we nya bra
na eno na social media fubi to say bongo ideas e dey abetugwa say o say in any serious country Salifo Amoako should be behind bars as we speak na making excuses for the loss of lives by his son is the most senseless thing I've ever heard a pastor say. You know, Bisu say, and when I called him a Kumawood actor per his initial apology, which I believed was just for the cameras, people came for my head. If he were serious about that apology, he would have gone with a delegation to the honorable folks to plead on the son's behalf. Na no social media fubi in some of what they to go efa sans and semi hu na etugwa no na abufa ne ne bia se Salifo osofo Salifo Amoako na nkasa ne ma afie ho emma mbe pa chawye na emu wasoma nkrofo eni ti na opampa mo nsa no ntina akra eso na megina na mede eni gede sem Kasiebo no ebesi ene meeting deja edubia eni mpesi.
Lovely ya me da se ene ya no de eni gede Kasiebo abraya no te wanse na edi nsem nyina beba na wie no adisco o say akra kofida ko lovely afternoon ya da se na emos empo o say amapoma wai o de tobo ase nyanto bo ase enche amapoma checheku ubete nenka Charles Bonzi o say akra lovely afternoon me da CP yebu Bismarck Kizito o say ewiase pa ni MPP fo wobeko opposition me da CP Chief Simon o say akra kofida ko ene wiabre uginamu lovely so hwe metri na lovely so ho enti omanga de she ha na yebegina na na wi Parliamentary break Kasiebo ni nyina ye di besi na ni okpe dade di wamf uwo nungwa barrier potem mimo afternoon so hwe yen Kasiebo no na yebeto aba no e ma His Excellency John Dramani Mahama omanga de she ha na yebegina na wi Parliamentary break Kasiebo ye beto mo wo TVXYZ any power 97.9 FM no eha ene de nyinara ebesi ede amamo Black Tiger uso hweye meeting day akra Kofi Dako ewiabre mene
da chema akosia oforiwa amanfo
yarima yamuso idonku bo pepepa XYZ nyina yenka kire ne den ede afua owusu ode X zone ebebremo radio nso adwumadi aka no ebetu aso sara yedamase ma monity ene hwe